getting to that one of those first challenges, defining what a data product is, we're going to spend a few minutes on that because there's still a lot of confusion in the industry about what a data product is. Is it a data set, a dashboard? Is it code, ML model, et cetera, et cetera? And the answer really is yes, it's actually all of those things. And one way to look at it is that the data products actually vary by the type of data consumer that wants to use it. So if your target user is a data engineer or data developer, your product is probably going to be reusable code components like SQL code or Python code that developers can reuse in other implementations. If your target users are data analysts, your product might be reusable queries, metrics, and data sets. If the target user is a data scientist, it might be reusable features, models, and data sets. If it's a business analyst in finance or marketing or sales, it might be standard metrics, dimensions, and cohorts. If it's business executives, your data product might be a standard dashboard or a standard report. And finally, if it's an external customer or supplier, it might also be a product dashboard or a data set that your company is selling to them or adding as a service to a product that they already have. So I hope this explains the fact that data products are very diverse depending on who the audience is. So it's very important to understand who your target audience is. That's one of the best practices. All right, what are the key characteristics of a data product? Well, the very first thing to notice is that data products are a subset of data assets. And data assets are what we've been developing for years and years, decades really, using data warehouses, BI tools, data lakes, lakehouses, what have you. But data products have some unique characteristics. As I said just now, it's targeted to a specific audience. It's designed for broad sharing across organizational boundaries, both internal and external. It's designed for reuse. So you might see multiple versions of product over time. It's packaged with rich metadata, both business metadata and technical metadata. It's actively curated metadata. So there are data stewards assigned to that data product and the metadata that describes it. And the product is systematically governed. And we'll talk a little bit about how that's done in a second. These first couple here, you might say, well, those are all good. It's kind of like motherhood and apple pie. Aren't these things just data assets done right? Shouldn't we already be doing these things for all our data assets? And you would be right there. But some additional characteristics I've already put below here, managed by a product team, continuously improved over time, continuously funded, published in a data market. These things are actually pretty unique from what we've done in the past. And you can say that we're now starting to treat certain types of assets in our organization like we would treat external products. But these assets really are for internal use. Now, I'm not sure I'm completely clear, so let's do the inverse here. It might be easier to understand what a data product is not. So a data product is not a one-off project. It's not usually built by a solo developer for a lone individual for a one-time use without much oversight or active governance. That's what a data product is not. So a data product is actually the inverse of that. It's kind of what we've already talked about. It's a continuously funded program, not a project. It's built usually by a development team for a target user group to support many use cases over time with product manager oversight, and we'll describe that role in a second, and rigorous data governance.